This is lesson 1.4. This is the unit 1A quiz review. So you're going to have a quiz next time. So we'll start with going through the bell ringer for this lesson. So we're going to solve this first equation by subtracting 7/3 from both sides. So we'll have 1/5 x equals 6/3. But I'm actually going to rewrite that as 2. So I have 1/5 x equals 2. And then to get rid of the 1/5, I'll multiply by the inverse, so 5/1. So I get that x equals 10. Okay, on the next question, to get x alone, I need to add the 7.68 to both sides. Let me grab my calculator for that. So 5.56 plus 7.68 is 13.24. Okay, and then the last question on the bell ringer, I'm going to start by distributing. So I have negative 8y plus 4y minus 32 equals negative 28. Combine my like terms, so negative 4y minus 32 equals negative 28. And I'll start solving by adding the 32. So negative 4y equals 4. Divide by negative 4. And I get that y equals negative 1. Okay, so for the rest of this video, I'm going to go through your homework for tonight. This is a review homework, and you have 2 questions of each type that are on the quiz. So for example, questions 1 and 2 on your homework are just like question 1 on your quiz. So I'm basically going to go through 1 question of each type that you're going to see on your quiz. So we'll start with number 1 on your homework. Question number 1 on your homework is the same type of question as question number 1 on your quiz. So we'll start this one by distributing. So you'd have 7x minus 7 equals negative 21. And we'll add 7. So you'd get 7x equals negative 14. Divide by 7. And you get that x equals negative 2. Okay, so this is the same type of question as question 1 on your essential quiz. So then I'm going to skip to question number 3. Question number 3 will be the same kind of question as the second one on your quiz. So we're going to subtract 11. Negative 3x equals negative 9. Divide by negative 3. And x equals positive 3. We're going to go to the next page now. So question 5 and 6 are just like question 3 on your quiz. So you'll have a fraction one. I'm going to subtract 7/3. Okay, so I got 1/6 x equals, this is 6/3, which is the same as 2. So I'll just put 2. I'm going to multiply by the inverse to get the x by itself. So I know that x equals 12. Okay, and then question number 7 and 8 are just like question 4 on your essential quiz. So I'm going to just solve this equation by adding 5.53 to both sides. So I got x is equal to 15.26. This one is multiple choice, so I know it's going to be this bottom one. So those 4 questions that I just did are the 4 questions that are going to be on your essential. Maybe not exactly the same, but the same type of questions. And then questions 9 and 10 are going to be like the questions on your related, the first question on your related. So let's solve this one. I'm gonna subtract the 5/12 first, get the y's on the same side. There's a 1 in front of this. So you can just use your calculator to figure out what 1 minus 5/12 is. And that's 7/12. So I have 7/12 y plus 5/6 equals negative 1/2. Then I'm going to minus the 5/6. So I have 7/12 y equals negative 4/3. And then to get y by itself, I'm going to multiply by the inverse. And I got negative 16/7. So this is going to be like question number 1 on your related quiz. And then question 11 and 12 are going to be like question number 2 on your related quiz. It says installing custom glass windows costs $350 for the install and $40 per square foot needed for your windows. The total charge for your window installation was $5,950. Translate this information into an equation using X to represent the number of square feet of glass. So your equation is 350 plus $40 per square foot, but we don't know how many square feet, so that's where the variable goes. And you know the total cost was $5,950. So that's your equation. And for the second part, they want you to solve the equation. So I'm just gonna keep this equation I have here and solve it by subtracting the 350. And that's 5,600. So 40x equals 5,600. Then we'll divide by 40. And you get 140 square feet. Okay, the next two questions, so 13 and 14, are going to be just like question number 3 on your related. So let's just solve this equation. I'm going to combine my like terms first. So I'll have 12x plus 3 equals 2x plus 53. Get my x's together. So 10x plus 3 equals 53. So we'll subtract the 3 next. So 10x equals 50. Divide by 10. And we know that x equals 5. And then it's multiple choice, so it'll be this answer. Okay, so 13 and 14 are the same kind of question as number 3 on your related. And then the last one is the same as question 4, so I'm going to look at question 15. It says renting a roller rink for your birthday costs $200 plus $10 per person. The total charge for your party was $410. Translate this information into an equation using x to represent the number of guests at your party. So I know it was $200 plus $10 per person, but we don't know how many people were at the party. So I'll put x and equals 410. So that's the equation that goes here. And then we're going to solve that equation. So I'm going to subtract the 200 from both sides. That gives me 10x equals 210. And I'll divide by 10. And 210 divided by 10 is 21. So there were 21 people at your party. So these are the kind of questions that you're going to see on your quiz. Please come and ask for help if you need it.